Welcome and come on in to Flexi-Friday. So I've just had a brutal leg day. I've just treated myself to a lovely warm shower, and now I'm going to do some stretches to get my mind in that place of rest where my body feels right now. So get in your comfies, grab your mat, and I'll see you shortly. And welcome on the mat, in your comfies, whatever it looks like, it doesn't matter, because this is just between you and your body. So we're going to start in a cross-legged position. Now if you find this a little bit of a struggle, just feel free to pop a cushion under your bottom if you feel that your knees are kind of flying up, a little block or a pillow under your bottom, and that will just give you a little bit of a lift to make this a bit more comfortable. So we're going to start in a cross-legged position. Firstly, we're going to drop the shoulders, because we all know when we live a stressful life, our shoulders do like to keep our ears warm. So we're going to drop the shoulders down, we're going to soften the eyes, and now we're going to deepen the breath. Breathing in for a count of 4. Out through the mouth for another count of 4. Just feel the body relaxing. Perhaps pop a smile on your face. One more deep breath. And we'll softly open the eyes again, and we're going to take some shoulder rolls. So again, we'll find that our tension goes to our shoulders. So we're going to roll them backwards. So we'll take the shoulder up and down. So up and roll them down. And just to complicate things, we're going to add our breath in at the same time. And we'll roll them forward. Now if you find that you're wobbling all over the place because of your knees, just place your hands onto your knees and do the shoulder rolls at the same time. That's good. Excellent, well done. And back to center. Just going to lengthen the spine just a little bit more in this position. Deep breaths. And we're going to look over at our left shoulder, just keeping the shoulders square. So rather than looking over them, actually adjusting with the right shoulder, I'd like to keep the shoulders square where they are, and we're just going to look over the left shoulder, keeping our body facing to the front. You'll feel that lovely stretch just in the side of the neck on the right hand side. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. And slowly we're going to come back to center, and then we're going to look over the right shoulder. Again, opening out on the left hand side of the neck. Tension can creep up from our shoulders up to our neck. Sometimes we'll find that we'll get headaches, and that's just your body absorbing emotion and energy throughout the day and not taking time to release it. So this is our time to release the stress, the pent up emotion. We're just going to take the time to let that go. Slowly we'll look back to center, and now we'll sit up nice and tall, bring the shoulders back, put the chin to the chest. So that's going to open up now the neck at the back. which feels absolutely incredible. And take some breaths. Try and still your mind through the breath. Let go of the to-do lists, let go of the worries, let go of the fears with every out-breath. Two more breaths here. And one more. And big out breath. Well done. We're going to look back to center again, and we're now going to transition into a 4-point kneeling. So that means we're going to come onto our knees. If you find that it's uncomfortable on the knees, again, just pop a cushion just underneath them, just so it's not uncomfortable. If you've got a yoga mat as well, that's really going to help. So we'll spin round and we'll come onto 4-point kneeling. So we're going to place the hands directly under shoulders, knees will go directly under hips. So we've got this lovely evenly distributed position here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to place the hands slightly out in front of us now, drop the body to the floor, and we're going to lift up at the front here, just at the hips. Taking some deep breaths. Feeling the stretch in the front of the core here, in the abs. This may be a bit uncomfortable if you're starting out, but just hold on, keep the breath going. Three more. Again, just concentrating on that breath brings the mind to stillness. All those thoughts, all those different internet browsers which are open in our mind all at the same time. Just going to start closing them as we stretch. Come back to the present moment. That's good. Now we're going to start coming back onto our knees. We're going to send the knees slightly wider than what we have before. We'll kiss the toes together at the back, and we'll put the bottom onto the heels here. We'll send the arms out in front, so I'm just going to keep my heels as much as I can touching my bottom, and I'm going to come down to the floor. So the wider I've got my hands here, the more I feel the stretch in the top of my back, in the scapulars. Taking some deep breaths, extending the body out. Just let the floor take the weight of your forehead if you can. If you find that your mind is starting to wander, we'll just place it back onto what's happening with the in-breath for 4 and the out-breath for 4. We'll place the hands together in front of us, staying where we are, but hands together in front, and we're just going to bring the hands, we're like a prayer pose, to the back of the head here. Noticing just a slight stretch in the triceps, which is the outer of the arm. Letting the stress dissolve into the floor. Three more deep breaths. And last one here. That's good, well done. Slowly we'll put the hands back to the floor. We'll use our upper body strength to the side, to lift us back up into our 4-point kneeling position first of all. Then we're going to come into an upright kneeling position here. So we're going to now stretch out the hamstrings and the hip flexors. So first of all, we're going to put our left leg out in front, our heel points to the ceiling, and my left leg is as straight as I possibly can be. We're now going to put our bottom onto our heel. So I'm actually going to come back into the stretch. Again, if it's a little bit uncomfortable, just try and breathe your way, or just have a little bit of a cushion just under the knee here. Keep this leg nice and straight. Now, if you want to, if your hamstrings are particularly tight, just stay in this position here. If not, if you want to increase the stretch, we're going to come down into a hamstring stretch, just reaching towards the foot, feeling the stretch underneath the leg here. And we're going to take some deep breaths here. So, with every out breath, just letting go. Something that's kind of taking up your mind space that you don't want it to take up your mind space, you know. We can get quite preoccupied with what's happening in the world, so this is the time just to kind of bring us back to our centre. A couple more deep breaths here. You're doing really well. Good, well done. Now what we'll do in this position here, we're actually going to now bend the knee, come onto the foot to here. And now we're going to send this right leg back. So I've got my hands in between my legs here. We're going to send this right leg back now in for a hip flexor stretch, which you'll find just about here. And again, you'll probably still find a stretch in the hip just on the left hand side as well. So I'm just going to lean forward into that. Again, you can adjust the stretch. If it's too much, bring the knee in towards you. If it's not enough, just send the knee out just a little bit further. So 5 deep breaths here. Keep holding. Deepen the breath when it gets tight. And one more. Well done. Very slowly, we're just going to let the knee come back to meet the other knee, coming back into that upright kneeling position. We'll do exactly the same on the right hand side. So again, we place our right foot forward, get the knee as straight as it possibly can be, come back onto our haunches, onto our heel. Got that nice straight leg here. Again, this might be enough for you to stretch your hamstrings. If it isn't, just come forward, grab the foot and take some deep breaths here. I'm just stabilising myself with my left hand as well. Don't feel that needs to be a source of stress for you to try and stay balanced. We want to keep it comfortable as much as we can at the same time. Try and keep your shoulders away from the ears. Breathe into the muscles, pay attention to them. What are they doing? What are they, how are they reacting? How are they responding? So this is a way that to come back to the center, we kind of turn our eyes internally, away from the external things. 2 more deep breaths. That's good, well done. Again, bending the knee, coming forward on that foot. Going to send the left knee back into my hip flexor. Again, if you're particularly tight, you might find it in the bottom, just along the outer of the leg here. 5 deep breaths here. That's good. Keep holding. And one more breath. That's good, well done. We're going to use that upper body strength just to lift us slightly to release the knee back to our normal position. And now we're going to spin round and come into a lay-in position, the best position of all. We're going to come and lay on our back. Just allow the ground to accept all the stresses of the day from our body. Take 3 deep breaths whilst we're here. Look at taking the shoulders away from the ears. Kind of let the body go a bit limp to the floor. So we'll send our right arm out to the side, so you've got this lovely open chest area here. We'll bring the right knee in towards the chest. We'll take our left hand over to the knee, so it's left hand to right knee. I'm then going to look at twisting my body over to the side, so I'm keeping my left leg straight as much as I can, and I'm going to take that right leg over towards the floor, opening out the chest. I've got this lovely stretch in the right hand side. Got a little stretch in my glute here. My chest is lovely and open. And we're going to come over just as much as you can and take some deep breaths. The more you breathe, the more you'll find that your muscles may facilitate the stretch. Relax the shoulders. I might say that quite a lot, but if you're anything like me, when you're put in a position of stress on the body, your shoulders immediately take tension. So one more. That's good, well done. Very slowly just return that leg back to center, staying on the right hand side. We're going to place the hands to the shin of the knee, just below the knee joint, and I'm just going to work at bringing that knee in towards the chest. Perhaps give the ankle just a little bit of a rotate, give it some TLC, give it some love. Drop the shoulders, deepen the breath, come back to present moment. And let's face it, right now, present moment is pretty darn awesome. That's good, well done. Send that leg very slowly to the floor, nothing too fast. We'll then open out on the left hand side here. Bring the left knee into the chest, hold with the right hand. We're then going to bring across the body, that knee across the body, keeping the right leg as upright as possible. Again, opening out on the chest. I've got a lovely stretch in my spine. Two more breaths, my friend. And one more. Superb, well done. We're going to send that leg back to center. Again, staying on the left hand side. We're just going to place the hands just below the knee onto the shin, and we're going to bring that knee into the chest. Keep that right leg nice and flat to the floor. Drop the shoulders and hug it in nice and tightly, and we'll give a lovely bit of a rotation to that left ankle. So the more you breathe, perhaps you'll notice the deeper the breath gets. We spend most of our time, if we are in stressful situations, kind of shallow breathing. During our stretches, I'm encouraging you to deepen the breath, to breathe from the belly and the diaphragm. Well done. And we'll now bring both knees into the chest. Can have a bit of a self-hug going on here. And we're going to just do a little bit of a rock just from side to side. Getting a nice massage from the floor on the bottom of the back. If you find you're going over perhaps a little bit too much from side to side, that's totally okay. You will get used to the rocking, but I find it so therapeutic just on the bottom of my back, especially if you get low back pain. This is such a good stretch for it. I don't know about you, but I now feel totally relaxed. My mind feels relaxed. My body feels relaxed. My spirit feels revitalized. A couple more rocks. Well done, my friend. And we're going to come into the best stretch of all, which is called our corpse pose. We're going to send the legs out long. The arms are just going to drop comfortably to the side where they can lay. And we're going to finish with 4 deep breaths from the belly. Perhaps you'd like to soften the eyes. Experience the belly rising and falling. Last breath. Well done, my friends. Feel free to stay if you want to and practice the breathing as you continue with your day, or you're able to go to bed, or perhaps you're just starting your day and you wanted to get your mind focused. Well, this has been Flexi-Friday for Healthy Minds. You have done amazing, and I hope that this has been helpful.